This is the first of a series of Sony Vegas tutorials for beginners. So if you are not a beginner, look away now. So in this video, we'll be taking a look at getting started in Vegas. We'll be looking at some preferences real quickly and also a brief overview of the interface. So here we are, jump right into Sony Vegas and let's go right to the preferences. So you go to options, scroll down to the bottom, preferences. There's a bunch of tabs. I am not going through all of them. I just want to show you a couple of things that I focus on the general tab. By default, this first option that says automatically open last project is usually checked. I usually uncheck it because I have large projects and sometimes I'm opening the start one and I don't want it opening the last project because it's going to take a long time and waste my time. Also, another one is at the bottom here. Double click on media to load into the trimmer instead of tracks. For me, that really helps, and you'll see a little bit later why when we go through the trimmer. The autosave on this is very good because if you didn't save at all and your project crashes or something or whatever happens, once you restart Vegas, it's gonna already let you know that this project was not saved. The last project you had open was not saved, and it asks you if you want to open that specific project. It will open that project if you say yes. It has like a weird name to it, and then you can rename it back to what you intended to name it or what you already had it named. So the option is right here, enable autosave. You want to make sure that's checked. All the other settings, there's a lot in here. You can go through it for yourself and see what best fits you. So let's jump into Vegas. Go to file and go to new or control N to open up a new project, and you get the project window. You set up the width and the height of your video, your interlace scanning mode. You have your pixel aspect ratio. Also frame rates, bit rate. You can click this box right here that says start all new projects with these settings if you know you always start with a specific set of settings. If you have different type of footage that you use at different times, different frame rates, SD, HD footage, they have presets in here already that comes shipped with the program. Also, you can save your own presets. Once you set up all your options the way you like them, you just click up here and you can title it and hit this button right here that says save templates, and it'll be saved, and you can just always get back to that in the list later on when you need that. We have this first panel over here, and it's divided into subcategories with these tabs. So you have the project media tab. These tabs are arrangeable, so I like to have this all the way at the end so you can move them around to your liking. Next, you have the Explorer tab, which allows you to browse your hard drives and folders on your computer. Transitions tab, which has all the transitions, categories, and all that stuff. I'm gonna do micro tutorials dealing with certain parts of the program, like the transitions, the trimmer, stuff like that. Next tab is the media generator, where they have media to generate. Pretty much they have stuff like gradients, solid colors, test patterns. They have text here when you need to title stuff. They also have stuff like credit rolls, and I'll get deeper into that in another tutorial. The project media tab basically will have anything that you dropped into the project will be listed here. So if you're trying to find something specifically and the timeline is too messy, you can come here and locate it quickly. So the next panel over here is your trimmer, and I will be definitely doing a mini tutorial on the trimmer. It's a very good tool to use for your workflow, just to help you keep organized and keep everything moving in a cohesive fashion. Next is your preview window, where you will see, everything that you have on a timeline. You can watch back your video, your edits, everything right here. And down here we have the timeline. So with your Sony Vegas layout, it's pretty flexible. You can move the panels around, resize them based on what you need to see more of. And also, these panels are removable, where you can pull them out of the interface and have floating windows. The way you do that is you go to where you see the vertical dots here. Wherever you see vertical dots, you can actually click and drag and yank that panel out of the main window of Sony Vegas. So you can move this from here, pull this over there, and dock this back over here, and rearrange the panel however you want. Resize them and move them around. Also, you can remove certain panels so that you don't see them. Like me personally, I don't like to see this audio meter over here. So you can go to view, and it's right here. Mixer, just uncheck that and it's gone. And if you want to bring it back, you just go and check it again. You can save these layouts. Sometimes you might need a specific layout for color correction, or for when you're editing and you want to focus it more on the tracks. You got a lot of tracks down here on the timeline. You can just save the layouts and you can jump back and forth between different layouts. So you would set it up and then go to view, window layouts, and then save layout as. Give it the name and then it'll appear here. You can also manage your layouts. You go to organize layouts and you can manage them, remove some, and also configure the order that which they appear in the list. When you save your layouts, you can also assign keystrokes to them, and so you can jump around easier with keyboard shortcuts, which also speeds up your workflow. And I'm also going to do a mini tutorial about basic keyboard shortcuts that I use. Let's jump over to part 2. We're going to be looking at some of the toolbars up top here and the different tools, and get a little deeper into Sony Vegas.